this summer we actually met, and actually our principal and Kim went to a magnet school in Knoxville, right? Knoxville. I didn't go. And they really kind of came home with this idea of having a mentoring program for our freshmen. And there's a lot of concerns as teachers. One, we see that it's always a big transition from middle school to high school. And even some of our seniors will tell you that at the high school level, they do have a bit more independence and freedom. And so, and there's pros and cons to that. So part of it is we wanted to really help them have a smoother transition. We wanted them to really establish some relationships with some of our juniors and seniors. So hopefully they would feel like they had a person they could go to that could help them with questions, concerns. There's always these myths that you're going to get shoved in the locker or something that, they can talk to. They had a period of just ask questions that you have about what are your concerns. So, because we wanted them to feel very comfortable and communicate with students and teachers, but also, as teachers, we think about our dropouts. And so what can we do to also help make sure students stay in school and they are successful and then they don't drop out, especially like that senior year. So this summer we met with juniors and seniors. We started, since this was new, with student council members because we already had that group of leaders in place with our juniors and seniors. And then we had to add a few more students. So we have 25 mentors, juniors and seniors, and we have 12 groups. And the 12 groups, it's our freshman class divided, and they have a junior and a senior mentor. And they meet every Wednesday. And our juniors and seniors developed our core values. And those you see displayed in the hallway, like collaboration, innovation, involvement. And really they did that. Like we were there as to kind of facilitate, but they came up with what they wanted our core values to be. And so they have spent this school year on Wednesdays teaching lessons about the core values. And then they've also had, like right now they're working on a video project where they picked a core value and then they're going to create a video about that core value.
Wonderful.
And so really that's been, and this was the first year, so of course it was trial and error. And we had a retreat last week or the week before, 2 weeks ago, we had a retreat downtown with our juniors and seniors to really get feedback on what is working well, what can we tweak for next year, because we want to continue this program and we want it to be effective. So that's what we worked on a couple of weeks ago. And our hope is that our junior mentors will stay mentors for senior year. So they'll be familiar and we can, of course, like I said, continue it. And we would love, if you want to talk to some of our students, they'll tell you some things, but things they've told us, they said that a lot of them have established relationships with freshmen. Even the juniors and seniors said, now I'm friends with more freshmen because normally they're not. They don't have classes a lot of times. And even one of our students was so funny because he said, I have to shoo mine off of me in the hallway because, they want to talk to him because that's just his personality. But even some have said, a lot of times ninth graders, they're shy to go talk to teachers. And so some of them will go to their mentors and say, I'm having, this concern with this teacher. And those mentors will go with them to the teacher and say, listen, this is what's going on. And so we think it's been a beneficial program, what we've seen so far.
And the whole genesis of the 2020 vision is our freshman class is the class of 2020.
Right.
So their focus coming in has been on graduation, from day one, that they would graduate in 2020, that they would embody the core values and try to get everything done and be successful. So.
Well, and one element I didn't think about this until now, is that kind of a culminating project is a community project. And so we will go out, each of the groups will have a work day. It's a few hours in the community where they're going to partner with someone like the Boys and Girls Club, and they'll go spend a few hours helping whatever they need help with, or like Parks and Rec or the hospital. So we're going to try that. We hope it will go well. So that's what we love. The news came and videoed our students, and I think we were on there, but it's really best to hear it from the kids because they are the ones that are, in there with the freshmen. And we start, we walk around and check on them, but we aren't really in the room. So just to hear their perspective is what's amazing to us.
You're learning a lot from them.
We really are. And it's this piece, this mentoring program, it happens on Wednesdays, but every day at this time, except Friday. Fridays are different, but every day at this time we have this vision time where all students can go to interest groups, and we have a Pinterest interest group, we have upstage interest group, we have martial arts, cultural awareness,
ping pong,
ecology, ping pong, you name it, chess. And they spend about 30 minutes just taking a brain break and getting to know other people who have similar interests. And it's just been a really great piece to help. One of the things we saw was we have all this wonderful technology, we have great students, we have high expectations, we have outstanding teachers, and we needed some more engagement. We needed everybody to be more engaged, and this has really made a difference in student engagement. They're engaged in activities in the school, but they're more engaged in class also because they come in,
they're interested,
refreshed, yes, and they've had a little bit of time to do what they love, and they come back ready to work. It's been a big help this year.
I mean, I think there's so many stories, but one of the things we've started here, we have several innate cares programs. We have the laundry and the food pantry and the clothes closet.
Oh, I know.
And then I've seen, I don't know a lot about it, where it's spread to the other schools.
Right.
And so the other schools have started like their form of innate cares. And I saw just on social media where they were performing some like random acts of kindness. So I think it's kind of spread in our community, which ideally is what we want. I mean, I think that's an awesome thing, that to show how we want to teach the whole child in our district. And I think that's what makes Yawning special, is not just academically, but if they have physical, we know physical needs have to be met. You can't teach a child that's hungry. So that's part of the whole innate cares, and it's spread to all this
And
among the
it's going to make our
schools.
whole community better.
So I think, that's a great, I think that would be a great story as well.
Their lessons have already finished. They've finished doing the lesson time. So over the next few weeks, they'll have video premiere day where they watch their videos, and then they're going to take a week or two off, and then they're going to meet with their community partners, and then they'll have their vision for the community work day. So we're winding down this first year.